peek at it here. In June, I published this book. It went national last month, and it's called Miracle Pill, 10 Truths to Healthy, Thin, and Sexy. I introduce it because it's germane to my own experience. I lost 110 pounds without dieting, but I call the book Miracle Pill not because of the weight loss, but because I actually was able to transition from being one kind of person to another. I went from being somebody with a lifelong weight problem, where I was even at one point morbidly obese, to being somebody who doesn't have weight issues anymore. It's not part of my identity. It's not part of my experience at all anymore. And I think that's a miracle. And I keep thinking I couldn't be the only person in the world who wouldn't want to have this information. And so I put it together in a book. So what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about my journey, if that's okay, and share a little bit of my story with you today. 17 years ago, I stood in front of a mirror in a hospital room. I was naked, and I didn't even recognize myself. I couldn't see myself because I was in so much fat. It was like somebody wearing a fat suit, and I had these little piggy eyes looking out from behind this giant fat face. And I had not looked at myself for a long time, as people who are very heavy often don't really do. And as I surveyed the damage, I had a real profound moment, and I immediately thought, boy, if there's a cute girl inside there, you sure can't see her. And that was when I very clearly felt that God could see her. So she's still in there, but I just couldn't see her right then and there. So I thought about my situation and realized, okay, here's what I had done up to this point in my life. I had been on every diet. Welcome and come in. Fill in any seats, and there's a couple back here.
There's 2 seats up here.
Please don't hesitate to come in. No worries. We're glad to have you. So thinking back from that point, that moment in the hospital room, my whole life I had done every diet known to mankind. Even invented some horrible new ones. So I don't recommend the granola and raisin diet. It's not pretty. And I had done every high-intensity exercise program and trainers, and I even tried to become a bodybuilder at one point because I thought maybe that would be the thing. And I had drinking the powdered milkshakes and done the energy bars and the cleanses. I had been bulimic, I had been anorexic, and I had ended up in the hospital having overdosed on diet pills. So I'm looking at all that and I'm going, okay, that's pretty unhealthy. So that's not what I want. I want the opposite of that. So what's the opposite of unhealthy? Healthy, right. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get healthy. Here's another before shot. I'm the pretty girl right here in the front, surrounded by all these pretty women that I belong to. So, healthy, what's healthy, right? And I got stuck. Because there's a $50 billion diet and weight loss industry out there trying to sell me healthy stuff, right? I'm like, well, maybe it's vitamins, or maybe it's organic, or maybe it's this or that or whatever. And I'd done, the Thigh Master, Suzanne Summers thing, for a long time, and I just got sore, and I could never look like Suzanne Summers. So there's a lot of stuff that we can choose from, and how do we know what healthy is? Because I wanted to be beautiful. Let's not mince words. I wanted to look good. And I knew that this unhealthy stuff didn't result in beauty. So health really is what beauty is. But we live in a world where it's a little confusing. And this is Donatella Versace's daughter, Allegra Beck. And according to the fashion industry, she's has the beauty to represent all women because she's up there modeling and wearing fashionable clothes. And so I look at that and I think, but you know what? I don't think that's what beauty is. I don't think beauty is thin. Well, anybody raise your hand and tell me if you agree. I don't think beauty necessarily means thin. So there's got to be something else. If health is beauty, beauty is balance. That's what health really is. Because think about any organism. Come on in, fill in some spaces. We'll make room. If Think about any organism in the world. If it gets exactly what it needs, when it needs it, it's going to run it optimally, right? So, guys, if you got a great Ferrari, what kind of fuel are you putting in it? Racing fuel. Are you going to put bad gas from 7-Eleven in your brand new Ferrari and then maybe put a gas additive in there? Is that going to make it perform all right? No, it's not. So any organism or machine that gets exactly what it needs when it needs it is going to run it optimally. And to have harmony with my body is going to make my metabolism run hot, just like that Ferrari. And that was borne out to be absolutely true.